when you're doing crossroads, you need to know if you're coming from the side that needs to give way or the side that's got priority. So the best way to do that is by looking at signs, looking at the floor markings as well. So as we approach this junction here, I can see there's a give way sign on the left there, so we definitely have to give way to people that's on the main bit. Also, you got these lines here in the middle, the hazard lines leading us to the give way lines, and the triangles all gives you more information that this is a give way side. So once you get here, you want to be checking both sides. I've already got in gear 1, checking both sides, and I'm going to go slowly forward now, and then I move over. So you don't want to go through there quickly in gear 2. I couldn't see the left or the right as I approached, so I made sure I was in gear 1 as I approached and clutched down and stopped. So we've got another one coming up here. So sometimes you won't know whether you've got priority or not, whether the other cars have to give way to you until you get closer. So as you get closer, I saw a car going past quite fast. That gives you a little good indication that the cars on that road will have priority. And we've also got a give way sign again reminding us that we need to give way to people. And as we approach you, I can't see the left or the right because this is a closed junction here, so I'm gonna definitely go into gear 1. I'm gonna go into middle of the lane here. Just gonna stop for a second because you see how I can't see behind this tree or behind that bike and that car there. Here I can see it's kind of clear, so I'm gonna creep forward slowly. See there's a car coming there. I'm gonna keep creeping forward slowly, checking both sides. Coming through that. Once I get here, I can see there's no one else, and I can carry on now. So you're gonna get ones that are quite closed, like that one there. So when I say closed, it means that you can't really see each side until you get really close to the give way lines. Those ones you have to use gear 1 because you can't come out in gear 2 and be too fast. If you try to come out in 2, you probably be either going too fast or you're gonna go really slowly and stall. So best thing to do for those kind of junctions is gear 1. So we've got another one here. I want to go straight again, and you can see there's a red car coming down on the other side, on the other road. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out on him as well as we go forward. I'll show you in a bit how to turn right here as well. So we're gonna go straight back into gear 1, checking both sides, and she's giving me a hand signal to go forward. So I'm just gonna creep forward, and I'll go. I don't know if they were turning or not, but I think, let me see where they're going. I think they're going straight as well. They were just waiting for me because there wasn't much space for both of us to come through at the same time. It's probably while they were waiting, and gave me a little hand signal to come through, which was nice of them. So you can make eye contact with other drivers and you can communicate with them, especially when it comes to turning and stuff, and especially when no one has got priority. It's going to be very important to see who's going to go first. We're going to go straight here again. See, they've already got the give way sign. So these ones are nice and clear. It shows you early you have to give way. And I can't see much on the left or the right until I get to about here. So there's a car coming from that side, and once he's gone past, I'm gonna creep forward a bit so I can check their left side. And I can see there's nothing coming from the right. Checking the left. I'm checking forward as well for anybody that might be turning, but there isn't. So anybody turning in front of me to go past from there this way will have to wait for me. But on crossroads like this, a lot of people don't understand that, and so they'll still come up before you. So you need to be really careful here. It's not like roundabouts. Roundabouts are really clear and everyone knows what they're doing. But on crossroads, unfortunately, not a lot of people know what they're doing. So you have to be very careful in those ones. And I'm gonna show you what I mean in a bit. Hopefully we get some examples of cars that are trying to turn and we're trying to turn as well, so I can show you exactly what I mean. So on this one, we're gonna turn left. We're gonna be coming from the give way side, so we need to be the ones that's giving way. So I'm just gonna check my center mirror, left mirror, I'm gonna signal left. And remember, this is a closed one. We can't see much on the left or the right here, so I'm gonna go into gear 1 as I'm approaching, and I position myself towards the left side of this junction, like so. Checking the right from early, there's nothing coming from there. Checking the left as well as I come out. I was also checking that side, make sure there's nothing there, but I can see from far away that there's nothing coming. Now that we're on the main road, the cars that are coming from the side here would have to wait for us. As we can see, so that car over there, he's waiting for this car to go past first before he comes out. As we approach it, you can tell there's no give-way lines on our side, but there's give-way lines on the side roads. That shows you that the cars on the side have to give way, but you still have to have a quick glance to make sure no one's made a mistake there. So your main intention is to be forward and going through, but still have a little glance to make sure there's no one rushing through or that someone's made a mistake. So So now with this red car, because we're on the main bit, they should wait for us, because see the giveaway lines is in front of them. So now I'm going to take the next road on the right, mirror signal right, and this car here is doing the same thing as me, so they've turned first, but if they didn't turn first, neither of us have got priority in that situation, so we'd have to either go around each other or side by side, and I'll show you in the diagram there what I mean. So I'm going to go to the center mirror, signal right, so I can turn right. Again, give way here. I can't really see the left properly. The right I can kind of see, it's more open on the right, but I can't see the left properly, so I'm just going to stop. Then there's a car coming from the left side. After that car, it looks like it's quite clear, so I'm going to keep checking. I'll also check on that side as well, because if anybody's coming straight this way, I would have to give them way, but right now there's no one there, so I can make my move. But if somebody was there, I would have to wait for them to go past first, because they would have priority because they're going straight across. It's a bit sunny now. I'm going to take the next road on the right again. So mirror, signal right. So like I was saying, this car on the left, you see, she had to wait for me because I've got priority there. So even though I'm turning, she had to wait for me because that's still my, and I need to use that space for me to turn. So she had to wait. She's done the right thing there. So that was a good example of what I meant earlier when I was saying cars coming from the side have to wait. But I still kept an eye on her just in case she made a mistake. But I could see she was slowing down and she was doing the right thing. Okay, I'm going to turn right again at the end here. So center mirror, signal right. What gear should I go into again, guys? Yep, gear 1, because it's closed again. And here it's probably more closed than the other one, so I'm just going to open the window again, just have a little listen. I can hear something coming from there, I think. Nope. I can hear a car coming from that side. Yeah. Once it's gone, I'm going to listen for a bit more. Sounding like it's clear. Checking both sides as I come out slowly, and I'm out. So yeah, there I couldn't see anything because of how close the junction was. The car's parked really close to the junction. So there, the best way to do it is to open my windows, and I could hear the car before I could actually see it. So that gives you a bit more of a warning. So I'm going to turn right at this one here. So this car is going straight, I think, so I'm going to have to wait for him to go past first. And once it's gone, I'm just going to check my right mirror again, then I can turn in. So if a car was here in this junction here, it would have to wait for me, but there's nothing there. All I had to wait for was the car that was going straight past me, because I'll need to cut across the lane to get to where I was going. Gonna turn right to the end. So center mirror, signal right. So I can see a car coming from the other side over there. It's quite far. I'm going to check both sides and I'm going to turn because he's quite far away, and I wouldn't affect him by the time I turned. But if he was a lot closer, I would have to wait for him there. So here I'm going to go straight across. And I can see there's cars coming from the road opposite. I'm going to be concerned about these cars as well, coming from the left and the right. So I'm just going to go into gear 1. I'm checking those guys' signals, see where they're going, because I want to go straight, and hopefully they're going straight as well. So I'm just going to go forward slowly and go through. So even if those guys were turning in front of me, technically I've got priority, but people sometimes don't really realize that, and they'll try to go before you. So it's all about communication there. Make sure you make eye contact with other drivers, make sure you can see what they're doing, so that you're not going into each other basically. So here I want to go straight, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's a giveaway sign there, nice and clear. So I now need to get into gear 1 because I can't see anything. Keeping my clutch down until I get to like here. So this guy was turning, he got very close, but he was turning without really a signal on, and he got quite close to me as well. So that's something you have to be worried, be careful of as well. Sometimes cars will turn too soon. Okay, there's another car coming from that side. I'm going straight, so those cars that are coming from the side will have priority. So I'm just gonna wait for them. And he's gone, I can carry on now. So So yeah, you don't want to come out too far. You want to make sure you buy the giveaway line, because sometimes cars will turn really early and sometimes without a signal as well, so be careful. At the end here, I'm going to go left. So I'm going to check my center mirror. Which other mirror do I check? Left mirror, then signal left. What gear should I use, guys? You guessed it, gear 1, because it's very closed here. Again, I'm going to open the window a bit. I can already see a car coming through. Keep checking, because it's quite a narrow road. I can see a car coming, but he's slowing down. Because it's quite a narrow road, I need to be careful of these guys that are coming through as well. So I'm not just worried about the car from the right side, I need to be worried about the cars coming from this side as well, because the road is not that wide. So we're going straight this time here, and these guys on the left and the right should wait for me. So I'm just gonna go. See that guy who came in a bit quick, but I had my brake covered just in case, but I think he saw me in the end and he stopped. So just have your brake covered in those situations, and usually people will see you, but if they don't, then you already got your foot near the brake and you can stop the car if you need to. So if you do see a car coming like to the lines quite fast, just cover your brake, and like so, covering the brake, which means just have your foot over the brake like this. Doesn't mean actually you have to brake hard, just have your foot ready so that in case somebody comes, you can stop smoothly. I'm going to turn left at the end here, so center mirror, and then which mirror? Left. Signal left about 3 houses away from where I want to turn. There are people at the junction there, but they're waiting, so I'm just gonna get into gear 1 and start worrying about the cars now. So I'm just checking over that side. There's a van coming. I wasn't sure how far he was because that lady was a bit in the way. So if you're not sure, just wait. There's no need to rush. Checking both sides again. I'm checking over there. That car's very far away, and I can go. I'm gonna turn left here. Remember, so we're in the main bit now. So I'm just gonna turn, check my mirror, signal left. So this car is turning left as well. Now he should wait for me now because I've got priority because I'm on this side, and I turn first, and then if there's nothing coming from the other side on him, he can make his turn as well after me. So because I was on the left, I'm turning left. I went first and he waited for me. Turning left at the end of this one. So we're coming from the giveaway side. I'm gonna check my center, check my left, signal left as I approach. I know I'm in gear 2, so I'm going to put my clutch down into gear 1, aiming towards the left, and I start checking, and I'm making sure I'm not going over the line as well. So I've got the giveaway line just underneath my wing mirror, which means my car is not too far over the line and it's not too far back, so I can see what's going on either side. So I'm going to turn right at this one. So this blue car's coming down, it's got no signal, which I'm assuming is going to be going straight. So now he's signaled and it's giving me a little flash to go, but there's a moped behind him. So I'm just going to make sure that he's going to turn as well. So the moped started indicating as well, so which meant that he was turning so I could make my move. So if that moped didn't indicate, I would have to be careful that he's not going to go around the car as I'm turning, because they'll still have priority, so I need to make sure that he's going to turn as well. And that blue car flashed me to turn. I think I wanted me to turn first so that he can make his turn, because that junction is very small there. But again, I was saying I need to be very careful of the moped. If that moped wasn't there, I would have just checked my mirror and then would have gone. But watch out for other cars, other vehicles that are behind the vehicle that's telling you to go as well. Turning right, so center mirror, right mirror coming from the giveaway side. Into gear 1 and position myself quite to the right here so I can make my turn, so that people know that I'm turning right as well. So once that van has gone past, I can check again and then make my move. I'm turning right at the end here. So look through the windows of the cars as well. I saw that, like a helmet, I think it was. Yeah, I saw that bike before I saw that car even. So look through the windows of these cars for any movement. I can see, or look at the top of them, above them as well. I can see a car coming through now. And I'm just checking both sides. I've got windows open a bit again, just so I can hear what's going on. So now I can start creeping a bit forward. I can't see anything else. I'm checking for any reflection. I can see the car there. So I'm just gonna wait for him to go past first. Check for any more coming, and it's looking good. So really take your time at those ones where you can't see properly. So we're coming up to quite a busy one here. So it's quite a busy main road, and we want to go straight. We're coming from the give way side. There's no give way sign as I can see of yet, but we've got a triangle on the floor. They're telling us to give way to people on the main road. So I think these bikes are going straight as well. So once they've gone past, we can do our thing. So they've gone out of the way. So now we'll go to the giveaway line, checking both sides of the creek, and there's a van coming down the road. So I'm waiting, I'm just checking both sides. I'm going to quick forward a bit more just so I can see the left a bit better. And there's a motorbike just pulled up on the side with me here. He might be going straight as well because he's got no indicator on at the moment. I'm just going to be careful. I'm looking ahead as well, there's no one on that side. So just before you go, make sure you check into the road that you're going into as well. Make sure there's no one turning in front of you. Make sure you've got enough space, all that kind of stuff. And he told us, I was waiting there, things changed. There's that motorbike going next to me that made things change a bit, because he might get in the way a little bit if I go forward, as I try to go forward. Here I'm going to turn right. It looks quite busy here as well. So I'm going to shut my centre mirror, right mirror, signal right. So now these cars coming from a crossroad are going straight, it looks like. So I need to be checking that side. And this guy just gave me a little hand signal to go. So he had priority, but he was giving me a little hand signal to go, and he flashed me as well, which meant I could go. So I was just making sure that he was actually talking to me. So whenever you see people flashing, just make sure they're talking to you first before you make that move. So we're turning right at this one again. So let's see what happens this time. So that car coming straight, oh, he's turning right as well. So this should be fun. Checking both sides, but we can just do passenger side to passenger side because of the way the road is shaped there. I'm gonna turn right here, so center, right, signal. There's a moped on the other side. It looks like he's turning his right as well, so he's already gone now. And then now I can start checking for cars on this side. So this lady has got priority, so I'm gonna have to wait for her to go past first. I'm checking that side as well. I'm checking over there's a motorbike coming down the road. See how close he gets before I can move. So there's more cars coming from this side. So he's constantly checking. So checking there, checking over here, checking over there for all the traffic that's coming towards you. So that motorbike is turning, and this guy's turning as well. But there's that car over there. So once he's gone, I'm gonna check one more time. Then I'm gonna make my move. The van over there was far enough for me to move, so I didn't have to worry about him too much. But if he was any closer, I would have to wait for him because he's going straight across and he would have priority. So remember, even if it's clear, if you go straight through a giveaway without really checking it properly, the examiner will give you a serious fault or maybe even brake, because that's very dangerous, because obviously those guys that are going across, they're not going to expect you to come out of there. So sometimes learners won't see that it's a giveaway situation, and they'll try to go straight through the junction without stopping or checking, and that can be very dangerous. So like here for instance, I would want to make sure I can check, so because that guy's gone doesn't mean that I can go. I'll need to come here and then start checking for myself, make sure that the situation is okay for me to go. And right now it's not, because there's cars coming from the left and I'm going to check the right. That car's coming, but it's kind of far away. Once this guy's gone, I'm going to check again and then I'll make my move. I'm turning right, coming from the giveaway side, so I'm going to check my center mirror, right mirror, get my signal out there to the right, and I'm going to get into gear 1 as I approach, because I can see already there's traffic coming from the other side, but they're getting blocked by that van, but there's a bike on my right here, so I can make my move. So that van blocked that traffic and they couldn't come towards me, so then I could go. So things like that will happen sometimes when you're driving. So the people that have priority will get blocked by someone else, but make sure that person that's blocking them is going to block them long enough for you to make your move without getting in their way. Turning right this time, center mirror, right mirror. Where you can see the hazard lines as you approach. So this person in front is positioned perfectly to go straight. He's going left without a signal, so Yeah, you see, sometimes people don't do exactly what you expect them to do, so always be prepared for that. So here I'm turning right. There's cars on my right which have priority. There's also cars potentially from that side, but right now it's empty, which could change by the time these guys have given me way, or by the time they've moved out of the way. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on the left, keep an eye on straight ahead, keep an eye on the right as well. So right now there's quite a few cars from the left, but there's no one on the right, and I can see there's no one indicating. So I'm just gonna position myself in the middle here without getting into the lane. And now I can see there's a nice big gap. I can put a bit of gas on and checking that side still, because if there was a car coming from there, they will still have priority, so I'd have to wait for them. But by the time I could move, there was no one else really there.